Is now recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman and Ranking Member Tonko, for holding this important hearing, and to our panel for being with us here this morning. If you look around the room where we are holding this hearing, you'll see laptops, you see cell phones, you see cameras, you see TV monitors, and many other pieces of technology. When all of these products are eventually replaced, and often it's sooner than later, they will become electric waste, the e-waste that we are discussing. With the continued increase in the amount of this technology we use each and every day, the creation of e-waste has rapidly accelerated. Efficient recycling of e-waste is not only made difficult because of the amount of waste produced and how it is outpacing existing recycling infrastructure, but also the fact that we have new technology requiring innovation in the actual methods of that recycling. The e-waste problem is only projected to get worse. As I've discussed extensively on this committee, the data centers needed to support AI are very resource intensive, and that intensiveness is requiring technology. The technology for the data center operations will need to be regularly advanced and updated, and the potential to add millions of additional tons to e-waste each and every year. It is estimated in the United States alone, nearly 10 billion in e-waste is discarded each year. Much of the value of this comes from critical minerals, minerals that we already lack sufficient domestic supply of. If we want U.S. leadership in this technology and AI, we need to do a better job at recycling some of these materials. Mr. Benningfeld, in your written testimony, you stated that only 15 to 20% of e-waste generated in the U.S. is processed through certified recycling channels. What's happening to the rest of it?
That's a great question, and I agree with all your comments. Thank you for them. It's going to the landfill. And many of the heavy metals that we actually have a lot of value, the gold, the palladium, the silver, the tin, the copper, are leaching into the ground. One thing we're extremely excited about is this seems to be one of the few bipartisan issues that people can wrap their mind around, whether it's sustainability, national security, supply to all of our domestic manufacturing. There's something everyone here can get behind.
What countries are currently the leading recipients of the e-waste that is not recycled here, and should the lack of domestic processing of this waste concern us?
The lack of domestic processing should absolutely concern us. As I said before, all the companies that are coming here for manufacturing, they need raw materials. If we don't have them here, then we've really not done much by reshoring them. So having that full supply chain here is critical. The countries we're exporting to right now have this infrastructure, and they're in Europe and they're in Asia.
Mr. Benningfeld, as we continue to develop the technologies for recycling e-waste and work to deploy them, what role can the federal government play in helping to manage the waste until we have those capabilities?
Until we have those capabilities, it's very difficult because you can't stockpile as much material as you're talking about. There are significant stockpiles already within the government. There's up to a 7-year backlog of classified assets within our military departments that we're trying to find a solution for. So directing those materials to domestic companies with domestic capabilities helps to build the business cases to get the investments that we need to drive the capabilities here.
Thank you. Mr. Felton, in your written testimony, you discussed medical device packaging, the packaging that we see around IV solutions or syringes or around isolation gowns. How can industry work with hospitals to solve the packaging and plastic waste, which we know has only increased since the COVID-19?
Thank you for your question, Representative Joyce. And I would say there's a couple ways to sort of tackle that problem. It could be considered business-to-business recycling, right? So in instances in hospitals and other commercial settings, there may be systems already established to recover those materials and put them back into other products, have them be recycled. It's significant impact from the flexible packaging industry. Pharmaceutical and medical is about 16-17% of the flexible packaging industry. industry in the U.S. So I think B2B is important, and then look for opportunities to do public-private partnerships and also potentially even extended producer responsibility done responsibly. Oregon's program, for example, doesn't only cover residential recycling, it covers commercial recycling. So, you know, if programs move forward in the states and we can have the ability to do some more partnerships so that industry can be getting those materials back, we would find that of benefit.
Thank you, Mr. Felton, and thank to all of our witnesses for appearing today. We do have an opportunity to create a more efficient technology supply chain by leading the way in e-waste recycling. These are valuable resources. If we support the innovative recycling infrastructure necessary to process them and to retain them. Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and I yield back.
Gentleman yields back. The gentleman from Ohio is recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman, and thank you all for being here today. I wanted to do a couple things. One is just underscore, which has been done, but the economic impact, and the overall impact of